Well, let me just be very clear. Everything I'm going to talk about today is not competitive with OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, or Gemini, which is Google's AI, or Captiva, or any of these other AIs. Whatever AI you like or don't like, whatever. We're not competing with them. There's plenty of people out there who've already built the LLMs, large language models, which we'll explain here in a second. And we're suggesting you pick multiple ones and use them. And we'll talk about the framework of how to do that. What we want to do and what we have done for our clients is help you get to a highly customized, highly bespoke system that works for you. And what we would suggest right now is that many of you are using consumer level tools in your organization, just like many years ago you might have used Gmail or Yahoo Mail or something like that to do email. And eventually you had to go to Office 365 or Exchange. Or maybe at one time you guys were using, more consumer level vehicles and had to eventually get a delivery truck. Whatever example you can use in your business where you went from consumer level products, which work in a lot of cases, and some businesses use them for many, many years, if not forever. But there is a time for most businesses for you to leave that and transition into what I'd call an enterprise and a customized solution. And so we want you to move out of the Excel spreadsheets into a full ERP system. And just being in ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot is very similar to being on just Excel. And we want more than that for you. So we'll get into that here in a minute. But let's talk about the 5 areas we're going to focus on today so you know where we're going. First off, we want to help you figure out how to make AI a thought partner. Right now, AI is an idea generator, and it's also an answer machine, and it's good at that, by the way, so keep using it. I mean, I would encourage, and will later encourage you and your staff to have AI up and running in your organizations. There's no reason not to. Yeah, you should be using it. And I think there's companies who are, especially in the healthcare space, it's crazy in the healthcare space, like they're banning it. I think that you should be in a secure and configured way using AI as much as possible inside your organization. It gives you competitive difference. It's the old saying is true. It's a human with this tool that will replace a human without the tool, not the tool that will replace the human. And I think for quite a while, we're still there. There will eventually change with AI. But I think in our career lifetime, not necessarily our lifetime, but in our career lifetime, for most of the people on this call, you will never be replaced by just AI. But you may replace staff with a human with AI, and it's happening already. And so we want to help you make it as a CEO into a thought partner, because most CEOs don't have a co-CEO because it doesn't really work. But it really doesn't work because it's 2 humans. But imagine you have a co-CEO without the ego, without all the challenges, and imagine that we can set your bias and your mindsets. Now, sometimes your bias and mindset might get you into some trouble, so we'll talk about that as well. But imagine we could do this. What would that be for your business? What would it be if you've probably said, if I could just clone this person or clone myself? You almost can now. So that's what we want to help you with.